Hello, I'm Michael Glass from michaelglass.com, where we focus on making informed decisions about our financial future. This is our forex technical analysis trading plan for the pound dollar, the euro dollar, and the dollar franc. Before we pull up our video, we always want to start off our disclosures. Any symbols you see today should not be inferred as a trading recommendation. No matter what form of investing you choose, stock, forex, futures, options, they all have a level of risk associated with them. You can lose all of your money. Any strategies we show today are for informational purposes only. Future results are not guaranteed. And finally, any investment decision you make is solely your own responsibility. Trade at your own risk. As we said, this is our forex technical analysis trading plan for the pound dollar, the euro dollar, and the dollar franc. In each video, we look at the prior session's price action to come up with key support and resistance price levels. We'll review the gold chart to come up with leading sentiment. We'll try to create a low volatility and inside bar watch list, and we have an education spotlight at the end. Please send your feedback and comments to contact@dmbfx.com, and let's head to the charts. Okay, now we're going to finish off with our market sentiment leaders. So we're starting off with the dollar. And you can see this big move down that we were in for a while. We consolidated, had a great month of September, fell off here in October. Now November, we're getting back up and getting ready to retest this high. I'm going for this larger view because I want you to see this 79 line here and also the 81. So as we zoom in, you can kind of see where we are in that range. Certainly it looks like we may go back and retest the 80.50, which is our swing high from October. That certainly looks right. And again, this is a week of employment situation which can affect the dollar, and you can also see that inverse relationship of the dollar and the stock market. So the dollar looks strong, closed above 79, closed above the 500 moving average, nice rising three pattern, inside bar broke right through it. Looks like it wants to retest, and then now we'll have to see if it retests here, where it goes from there. Gold has shown a little weakness here, and we'll zoom on in for you. And you can see we never got above these wicks in here, and this is where we mentioned before. We never got above these wicks, the 1800, and we tested a couple times, and then we kind of gave up the ghost on that one. Zoom in a little bit more so you can see. So once we never closed above 1800, we came back, broke 1750, and now we're all the way back down here. Some inside bars here, definitely potential weakness. If we close below 1680, now we start to get back into this range, which could bring us all the way back down to 1600. Finally, we'll look at crude oil, which has been a beautiful chart here. But once we hit 102, and this is what we said, what we told you was, when you zoom back to the beginning of the year, we were in this range of 96 up to 102. So when we, just make sure you guys see that with my clicks here, 96 to 102. So when we hit 102 here, we said that's the range, watch out, and we've come right on back down. And finding support at the 20 to 200 moving average, and we put an inside bar and came right above it. So there is some, our aggressive traders probably already in with the break of the inside bar, looking for a move back up to 102. We're going to start off with the euro dollar chart, and one thing we can see is this move to retest the September low, and we basically have done that. Of course, we've talked about some of the news going on there, and at the beginning of this week, we had Moody's address the cautiousness on the rating for France's debt. So we have another European country that's their debt is being called into question, and that's pretty much what we're seeing here with this down action. Now, the question is, will this previous swing low hold up? Will the buyers find value here and move down? We've been in a great downtrend since testing the 200 moving average, the top side of our zone. We've been in a very strong downtrend for that as we continue to move lower. Now, as we come over here to our 1 hour time frame, we can see that we're obviously in a buy zone below our short-term moving average. However, we see that the dollar is in control, as we have a little divergence here, and since the dollar is in control, with that divergence, we see the price action moving lower. So as long as the dollar stays in control and we see divergence, there is a potential for price to continue lower, even though we're in a buy zone. You can see that the euro really started to head lower here towards the end of the day on Friday, while the dollar very slightly began to average up and then spiked up here at the close. So what we basically see is that we're at an important support area here on the daily, again, the September swing low. We're also in a buy zone. However, the opposite of that is that the dollar is in control. Now as we move over here to the pound dollar, we see something similar, downtrend since the 200 moving average, breaking one key area. And although we haven't touched the wick lows here from September, if we bring in our crosshairs, you can see where we are here also matches up with some of the actual closing lows from September right here. So it makes a little sense of why we're bouncing here, although we do have a lower close here at 1.537. So clear downtrend. I think we can say, just like the euro dollar, we're at a pivotal point for buyers, whether or not they're going to find value and hold us up or not. We are on a 1 hour time frames in a buy zone. We're well below our long-term moving average, but just like the euro, the dollar has been in control and actually been in control longer, which is allowing our price action to move lower. The pound averaging lower, just like the euro. The dollar is averaging up with that spike at the close. As long as the dollar remains in control, we may see price move lower, even though we're in a buy zone and at what we could identify as a important value area for our buyers. Finishing off with the dollar franc, beautiful uptrend. We came down, tested the 200 moving average, moved our way on up, and we just keep ever so slightly moving higher and higher, and now we are testing the swing high from September. So here's a place for the sellers now to say, is there value? This is where they found value before and pushed us much lower. So will the sellers come in now and find that same value to hold price here? We are in a sell zone, so we have some conjunction there. However, the dollar is in control, and as long as the dollar is in control on this pair, we may move higher. Here we can see the franc really, although it's really moving sideways, we have a lot of choppiness on this currency pair, but the franc tanked here towards the close, while the dollar, as we said, moved higher. So as long as the dollar can remain in control, we may see this move higher out of this range where the sellers previously found value. As we move to our watch list, we first start off with our low volatility watch list, which is our 1 hour time frame, using Bollinger Bands, trying to find consolidation in the pairs, but currently we do not have any candidates. Our inside bar watch list is using the daily time frame, checking the range of Friday compared with Thursday, and unfortunately we currently don't have any inside bar watch list candidates also. So as we finish and look at our education spotlight, we're going to continue to talk about trading rules. And we've talked about trading rules are the daily implementation rules of our trading system. Our trading system is our trading style that's a part of our trading plan, which is our goals and objectives. So the thing that's important about our trading rules is to be honest with yourself, because what our rules do is allow us to remove our emotions out of our trading. And so if you're honest about your strengths and weaknesses, you will design rules which will allow you to be an efficient, consistent trader and allow you to know where your strengths and weaknesses are. For example, I know my weaknesses are trailing stops, so I'd rather just let it be mechanical versus making emotional decisions every 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So I'd rather just have an automatic trailing stop because I know where our weaknesses are. So those are my rules. So your rules help you identify setups, help you manage the trade, But in order for it to be effective and allow you to let your system work and not to be involved in self-sabotage, is you have to be honest and accept your strengths and weaknesses. As you know, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We have a page on Facebook, Are You Financially Literate? We have our free 5-video course that will give you insights on how to develop your own high probability trading setups. We hope you give you a gauge of who we are as coaches and how we can help you develop your trading plan, develop your trading system, develop trading rules, allowing you to be a consistent, profitable trader. Cashbacks for your trades. It doesn't change your spreads or your conditions. It's just rebates for your trades. Why not get paid to trade? And finally, if you're looking for signals, we can help you with that also. Find the signal provider that matches who you are as a trader so that you can efficiently either trade yourself or you can have it traded automatically. But in the end, it doesn't make a difference about your system or the signals or the setup. It's about, can you execute a trade? Can you pull the trigger? And that's what we do as coaches here. We help you develop that trader's mindset, again, to develop a trading plan which follows your system and rules that are the implementation of your system on a day-to-day basis. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time.